What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Roll with me for a minute. I'm going to go and pick up a couple little things. We're going to make a couple little stops along our destination. I think it's important for us to be able to have a conversation. And that conversation specifically that we're going to talk about is why it's important for you guys to have your girl work. Now, where did this come about? It's because I'm getting too many phone calls, emails, and having too many conversations with too many dudes that's looking to save women. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's too many of y'all that's trying to be the hero. You playing hero ball with women and in relationships, and they see you coming. They see you coming a mile away. Don't you understand that when a woman is looking to get with you, in most instances, especially today, from the sentiment that I hear from a lot of women, is that they look at you as a retirement plan. You are an opportunity for them to have to never do anything ever again in life. And then what's going to happen is that you're going to start resenting it, because as you go out there and kill yourself every single day, you're going to exert a little bit more energy in order to reduce your lifespan so that you can make sure that she's taken care of for what? For some pussy? Man, don't you know that women have always worked since the beginning of time? That is not a flex for the fact that your girl don't work. Let me tell you the difference. All women should work, A. But here's the key. You should not be dependent on her in order for y'all to survive. That's the difference. She has to be bringing some value in some way, shape, and form. And so when y'all having these conversations with each other, or I see y'all on the internet talking all of this shit and stuff, y'all ignoring one key vital component of what we need to be doing within our relationships and within this space and within this span. It's what value do you bring into the relationship? Money should be a part of it. Adding value as far as the resources should be a part of it. Now, again, you should not be dependent on her in order for y'all to maintain y'all lifestyle. But if she not bringing her bag into the pot, then what the fuck I need you for, pussy? Pussy is a dime a dozen. That ain't nothing. You can go out and get that anywhere, shape, and form. You can literally ride up and down the street. Look, I'm downtown right now. It's a whole lot of women everywhere. It's women all around. They just walking right on down the street. There's women walking down the street everywhere. You can throw a nickel in the air and it's gonna land on one of these hood rats' heads. There's women everywhere. Every single place. Now, you taking care of your business and going to work every day is just you being a human being. That's not anything that's super great. Like, you're not doing nothing unique. That's you doing your reasonable service as an adult. Now, let me tell you what the difference is, and let me tell you why they try to justify this. Because we have these conversations based off of traditionalism versus modern women, right? And so y'all think that them being traditional also means that the role that they carry inside of the household is the same as it was in yesteryear, but it's not, because the technology is different. See, in yesteryear, women still worked, right? Women still worked in yesteryear, but they worked differently. So their contribution into the household, homeschooling, getting children to school, and I'm talking about yesteryear, not the 70s, not the 80s, not the 60s, way before that, right? When they had to wash clothes, they had to do it on that board thing. They had to do it like that, right? Like, they had a lot of children to be able to take care of. It was a lot of things that factored into. Look, it's modern black women everywhere. You see them? You see them walking up the street? They all everywhere. They for the streets. They're everywhere. It is women all around you. If you want to pick one, go and get one, but it doesn't mean that you need to retire. Now, women always have worked. They've always contributed into the household. They've always grinded. They've always worked for their husbands. They've always made sure that the kids was taken care of, all of that type of stuff. But now in modern society, we have it to where the woman doesn't necessarily need to work when they have small children, because you don't necessarily want somebody else raising your children, putting into them whatever it is that they want to put into it, all of that type of stuff, right? And so when my wife got pregnant with my daughter, for her adolescent years before she became a full-time student, we had made the agreement that my wife would retire from working, and if she ever decided to work again, right, then more than likely she would come back and work for me when she decided to. But A, we wasn't going to be dependent on her in order for us to survive, and then B, I didn't want no fucking daycare or no people that I don't know what's going on in their life and all of that. I don't want them raising my children. They got the bar and stuff over in the sand and all of that over there. I don't want nobody else raising my kid, right? And so once my daughter became of age, my wife then started to explore what it is that was meaningful to her as far as adding value into the relationship, and utilizing her time more effectively to ensure that we continue to leverage her insight, her intellect, her ability to be able to bring resources, whether or not she can network effectively. And so we went through that process. Ultimately, what we came up with was that she would prefer to work up under me, for me, because A, it was better financially. B, she could spend more time with me because I was going to be on the go. I was traveling and I was taking care of business. And then C, we can justify it from a business perspective. And so the value that she adds into the companies that I've built is incredible. And she works very, very hard every day. She grinds, she hustles. When y'all send emails, when y'all have conversations and stuff like that, y'all are largely going through either an assistant or through her before you get to me, and she handles a lot of the different other things that we got going on from a business perspective. All of the permits being pulled for the real estate, for the new venture that I'm building. She manages a lot of the tenants, right? If they ever have any problems, they reach out to her first. It's a lot of things that she does. She works with the contractors. She ensures that all of the funds are it's a lot of things that's going on from a business perspective that she adds into it that then frees me up so that I can go and secure the bag in a different way, because the value that she brings, I don't need to be doing all of the little tedious tasks, right? But your girl don't work for you, and she don't necessarily bring that type of value, or you don't have the infrastructure available for her to be able to leverage, you know what I'm saying, her skill set in that way. And so in the interim, she needs to be going out and bringing resources into the household, because you're not just going to be sitting around when we got big kids and shit like that, just drinking wine all day, acting like you're doing all of this housework when we got a dishwasher now, we got a washing machine that's fucking practically AI, right? You're not doing that much. It is not that much to do on a regular basis to where you can sit around and just be a housewife. You ain't homeschooling the kids. You ain't homeschooling the kids. You're not doing none of that type of stuff. And so you have to be very, very careful on what you set up in the beginning as the premise by which you guys are going to live your life. If you think that it is conducive for y'all to sit here and promise her that she not going to have to be able to go to work and all of this other type of stuff, you're making a great mistake. As a person that's been married for 2 decades, I'm only 41 years old, meaning that I got married when I was 22 years old, and I understand how to be successfully married, and I've been around a lot of guys, including every one of my family members that is successfully married, and I've coached a lot of people to what success looks like. You are making a huge mistake, a massive, and I mean a gargantuan mistake, if you are telling these women that they don't have to work because they're around you. They always need to be working and bringing value into the household, and that is always traditionally how it's been. Look, there's women walking around everywhere. They everywhere. They all everywhere. They everywhere. So listen, this is what I'm telling you. Stop promising these. Stop even having an expectation that you want to retire a chick. She bringing all of this debt. I don't know how many guys I've talked to that got a woman that got a girlfriend that got $100,000 in debt, $50,000 in debt, $25,000 in student loan debt. That one was bad. $25,000 in student loan debt, and they looking to retire her and telling her that she ain't gonna have to work no more. Meanwhile, she continuing to fuck up the bag. Stop it, bro. Make smarter decisions. I love you. I appreciate you. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Don't fumble the bag. Make sure you get your Teach handling. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. It is not worth it. It's not worth it for y'all to be out here fucking up the bag, promising these women. And you got to also understand that how you start off is how you have to continue. If you continue to promise these people something that's not realistic, you're going to fuck up the bag. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.